Hello, hello. So, I am not going to start yet. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to see how many would chime in. So, we shall see. And while you're at it, maybe you can enjoy a little jazz along with me. I am on YouTube listening to Dr. Sax Love. Hi, Tori. So, play a little jazz and enjoy it with me. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes and then I'm going to go ahead on and start. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. I certainly did. My Christmas was, I couldn't have asked for better to enjoy my family, so that's a plus. All right. And I'm just looking at the clock, counting down the time. Of course, I'm in the spirit for a prosperous 2021. Woohoo! Okay. And I'm going to make it my effort to be on time. So when 6 o'clock strikes, I'm going to start. All right. And according to my alarm, it is 6 p.m. Hello, everyone. Hey, Tori. Hey, Santi. Thanks for joining me. So today is happy birthday for my Love is Inspiring, which is a book I recently published. Let me see, can I make it clear so you can see the cover? So I recently submitted it on December the 1st on Amazon. Get your copy if you haven't. I'm more than happy because of the whole COVID. I'm more than happy to sign it along the way. I'm not doing any public book signings, but you're more than welcome to hit me up and let me know when you get your copy, and we'll make arrangements and I'll autograph it for you. So let me tell you a little bit about me. Well, my name is Shanton Taylor. I've been writing since I was, most people say a little girl. The ones that know me well say I was a little girl, but for me, when I verified it, I was probably a teenager, about 15, 16 years old. So I've been writing ever since. I started writing poetry as therapy, and I just continued writing, started writing for different events, different people, and I've been writing ever since. It's just become a natural part of me. And so recently I decided to publish a book, and my book, of course, is entitled Love is Inspiring. The idea came from, I wanted to write a book about love, and people are always mean. It seemed like nobody wanted to show love, so I was like, I want to write about love. I want to share it, like let people know that there is still love. So I did that. I took poems that I had written from the age of 16 to the age of 39. And that's what my book, Love is Inspiring, depicts poetry that I've written from the age of 16 to the age of 39. Oh, yeah, you better come get your autograph copy. Just let me know. I did order some, so they should be here at the end of the month. And thank you so much, cuz I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And back to my book. So I wrote it. I've been writing on it like a little bit throughout the years, but when I first started writing poetry, I had no idea of planning the book. So the book is my experiences with love, men, relationships, everything that I thought was love between the age of 16 to 39. And each chapter is broken down based on the 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. Love does not record wrong. It's based on those verses. And I have them broken down in chapters. So my chapters are kind of similar to my experiences with that particular verse or that particular topic. And so I'm going to read a few in a little, read a couple of them in a little bit. But to share a little bit about my book cover is a painting. It is a painting, and I did forget to take it off the wall and let you see it, but I'll post a picture later so that you can see it. But The cover was done by Daniel Catholinas. Daniel is a good friend of mine that I met while I was working at Norfolk Botanical Garden. Daniel is a very inspiring painter. Well, I call him an artist because I believe that he can take anything and create an idea out of it. But before the cover came about, it was an idea in my head. So for years, I didn't publish, and I wouldn't publish because I didn't have a book cover that I liked. I didn't want a generic book cover. I didn't just want any and everything. I wanted my book to stand out. I wanted that cover to say something. When you look at the cover, I wanted you to say, I want to read the book because I see the cover. More like judge a book by its cover. So the idea started in my head. I kind of sketched it in my head like, I want a lot of hearts since I'm talking about love. I want a lot of hearts on it. I want the hearts to reveal something that I've experienced. So I drew it out on a piece of paper. And then once I drew it out, I was like, well, I can't draw. I'm not good at drawing, so I can only like sketch out what I wanted to look like. So my 14-year-old niece does a lot of drawing. And so I asked her to sketch the book cover, to sketch the idea for me, because I knew what I want, but I didn't know how to draw it. All I knew how to draw was a heart, and even my heart was like crooked and trying to make it fit perfect. So I had her draw what was in my head, and lo and behold, she pulled it off. And this is what she did. This is the first sketch of my book cover, which is a drawing that was done by my 14-year-old niece, Brittany Cook. And so, hi Daniel! And she did the sketch. And when she did the sketch, I tell you, I was so happy that I could get somebody that I trust and love to draw a sketch for me. And so when I got that sketch, I was so excited because when I was working in Norfolk, I had asked Daniel to like paint me a book cover. And he was like, paint your book cover? You know, it was unusual to him too, because he was used to just, you know, the canvases, the hanging on the wall. So it's a new experience for the both of us. So I will say, Daniel, hands down to you, because I've gotten so many compliments about my book cover. And even now, like, people are still, that book cover is a killer. That book cover, and even what's in it is nice, but that book cover, he really did his job. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I was not expecting, I'm not saying you're not a great artist, but I was not expecting the feedback that I've gotten off of my book cover. So, hands down, love to my niece Brittany and to my friend Daniel for a wonderful book cover. Also, along with the book, I created 2 bookmarks. So for those of you that are like within the local area, or if you're willing to let me know you made a copy and maybe bought a copy and screenshot it, you're more than welcome to screenshot it. Let me know, send me your address, and I can send you. I have 2 bookmarks. This one is the front of it. It has the title, Love is Inspiring. So the bookmark does have a poem entitled Love is Inspiring that I wrote. And this is the back of it, to try to give you a general idea. So this is still some of Daniel's work. Aww. And I look forward to many more, so don't put your pen down yet. But this is one of Daniel's original sketches. So he did a sketch first before he even put it on canvas. So seeing this was like, wow, like somebody can draw me and make me look like me. I was blown away just a digital sketch. And so when I got the painting, to say that I was humble and exciting is an understatement. The day I got the painting, I sat in the floor in my living room, calmly opened the box. I didn't even want to do an unboxing. Didn't want to do a video for unboxing. That was a moment I needed to enjoy all to myself. And I could say it was probably one of the most wonderful gifts that I had ever received. To see myself in a painting that I can hang on my living room wall was like phenomenal. And I can say I'm still excited. Every day I come in the house and I look at it, I'm like, wow, this is just the beginning. And oh, just to let you know, inside the painting, Whenever you go on my Shantan the Poet and take a look at it, that is a real pencil. Yep, got me too. Real pencil. Blew me away. So, if you would like a beautiful painting, you're more than welcome to look up Daniel Cathalina's Creations on Facebook. And also, I have another bookmark. So, the other bookmark that I have, I use like half of the painting on one side and the other half of the painting on the other side. And so I'm going to read the poem that I wrote on the back of the bookmark. And both bookmarks, of course, have the same poem. So I'm just going to pick this one because it's a little bigger. And plus I got these 2021 glasses on. I want to make sure I can see it. Okay, and it's entitled, well, I'm going to take it off. Hi. Okay, it's entitled, Love is Inspiring. Love is patient and it's kind. Sometimes love is hard to find. Love with peace, not in anger. It persists through difficulty and anger. Love is not arrogant, surely not rude. It never prevails, nor is it a mood. His love never fails to fulfill his word. It's acted, not missed, felt, not heard. Love is fulfilling, deserving, desiring. God is love. Love is inspiring. And that is written by yours truly, Shantan L. Taylor. And also, so I am going to read a couple of, hey cuz, thanks for joining. I'm going to read a couple of poems out of here so that you can know what you're getting. But please make sure, for those of you that do purchase a copy, please go on Amazon and do a review. The review really truly helps. Even when like total strangers want to take a look at it, and the first thing that people do when they're shopping for anything, books, any type of merchandise, they love to read the reviews. Hey, soul sister. So be sure to go online and do a review for me. Thank you much. I appreciate you. Okay. So I am going to, so I have my poems broken down into chapters, and my very first chapter is Love is Universal. Because to me, love is everywhere. If you open your heart and you're willing to open your mind to the many things that's around you, whether it be good or bad, love is universal. Love is everywhere. You can love your cat, you can love your partner, you can love your family, you can love yourself, you can love God. Love is everywhere. So love is universal. And the very first one that I've been getting a lot of compliments on, it's a really small one. I wrote it at the age of 16. It's entitled, Love Who You Are. Love yourself because nobody can do it better than you. Have self-esteem and respect you, although the love from others may seem few. Days may pass, even though self-love is far, but everything in life will be clearer when you love who you are. And it's something how some of these lessons that we encourage ourselves about as adults, how we as teenagers, like we look and we're like, wow, I knew that then. Like I knew that, but I wasn't pinpointing, or I wasn't really using it all that much. But now then when I think about it, I'm like, wow, I was probably beyond my years then. So I'm going to read another one. All right, so the next one I'm going to read is going to be in the chapter. Let me turn back to my table of contents. Lost my place. Okay. The next chapter I have is Love Rejoices in the Truth. And so the one that I'm going to read from that one is You Taught Me Everything. Okay. You taught me how to love harder than I did before. Thank you, Daniel. But you also showed me how to let go without the bitterness to adore. You showed me how to love and be loved, beautiful beyond any priceless gift. I was once down until the day I met you, and my soul you did lift. I never thought it was possible to care for a human being so much. You showed me unconditional love without the reach of a physical touch. In ways that seem in doubt, I learned how to put others first and what sacrifice was all about. Although you had your flaws, I could accept them for what they were. I trusted you, understood you, cared about you without a blemish or blur. Then one day I realized you were in my past. I found it difficult to close that door. I am not bitter but better because you taught me more. And that one was one I wrote simply about my love for life. Even though I went through different things, went through a lot of things, sometimes lessons came a little sooner than I wanted them to come. I had to find out, in order to love myself, I had to love the life that I live. So, and through learning that I love my life, I realized I've learned a lot in my life. So that's what that one is about. Okay? And my next chapter is love protects, trusts, hopes, and perseveres. And the one I'm going to read, actually I'm going to read a couple of them from that. So the first one that I'm going to read is entitled Hope, Strength, and Love. And if you have seen my bookmarks, you would know that I have a bookmark entitled Hope, Strength, Love. Well, the inspiration that came from that particular poem was actually one of my best friend's mom had a 60th birthday. And I wrote that as a gift to her. So I wrote it, and originally it's a gift to her. So I kept it. I kept a copy of it, and I gave her a copy as a gift. And then when I started sharing it, I realized she wasn't the only one that it applied to. It applied to other people. So I kept that, and you will see Hope, Strength, Love on a bookmark. It has a pink background. And let me turn to the page so I can read it to you. Okay? Your eyes show hope in ways the brightest of human cannot see. Struggling moments allow you to feel the Lord's presence in his shining glory. The boldness in your strength takes you places no one has the courage to go, but you strongly influence people in ways that understanding does not know. Your love is a peace, much like a pretty white doll. Your warm spirit shows the God in you. He gave you hope to build your strength so that you can love. And that, my friends, is dedicated to the wonderful Miss Mary Bracy. Okay, so this is another one. This one is a little lengthy, but I'm going to read it anyway. I wrote Cappuccino to my sisters because I thought about the time that I've shared with my sisters, my blood sister and my two best friends, and they are my family. And I have family, cousins, other cousins that have felt like sisters to me. So those Cappuccino for my sisters was like a way for us to get together and enjoy each other's company. Cappuccino for my sisters. Good morning, my dear. It's okay that you're not okay. Everything will be okay. Okay? I love you. Welcome to my Cappuccino section. Our favorite meetup spot after a long, stressful week. A place where the moments are drama-free. So smile. This is going to be a refreshing time to revive. That's the whole purpose of this bonding. First, I want to thank you, my friend, for joining me this day for Cappuccino. You brighten my day, and it means so much. The owner, who is also our server, has agreed to host our sisterhood moment today. I requested Cappuccino art to add delightful touch to our taste. Cappuccino art is the designs you will see in our refreshing beverage. My friend, each cup has a different message. A message of love, a message of hope, and a forever message to bear in our hearts. So let's chat. We're past due for some girl time. I've had a stressful week. I'm sure you did too. It's a fruitful challenge trying not to let life and work get the best of me. So tell me about your week, your life, or what has been the most challenging for you. Surprisingly, my sister shares her story far worse than I expected. Just as we're enjoying the lovely tones of our chats, our cups of cappuccino arrived to our table. When I requested Cappuccino art, I was under the impression we'd have flowers and teddy bears. So the art we received left me speechless, considering the fact the owner insisted on something special. My cappuccino cup displays a frown. The second cup has a smile. The third cup displays a straight face. The fourth cup, which is unrequested, has 2 hearts. What in the world is so special about these emojis, and what are the 2 extra cups for? I thought with confusion. The owner must have read my expression, because she didn't hesitate to explain. With patience and eagerness, she responded, "The cup with a smile just means that. Smile. Life isn't promised to us, so make the best of it for yourself and with your friends. The frown represents the many wrinkles you will grow if you hold the expression, so smile." The third cup I dedicate to the bond you two have as sisters. The friendship is love. Love is friendship. The fourth cup I dedicate to the friendship I used to have with my best friend. She died of breast cancer on this very day last year. Because I was busy occupying myself with my coffee shop, I forgot about the finer things in life. I missed a phone call from her, forgot to call back. And when I did, her husband answered the phone. I wish I could get back that time. I wish I had answered the phone just to say I love you, best friend. That's a wish to never take for granted. So I say this to you too. As long as you have a friendship, value each other. There is no career, no money, or no more important than to lay your life for a friend, your best friend. For every frown, there's a smile to replace it. May your hearts always connect, seal your friendship together, and remind you it's okay to stop for a moment through the rising or falling of one another. May there always be peace and closure between your best friend and you. My heart murmured as tears strolled down my best friend's perfect chocolate cheeks. I handed her tissue as I struggled not to cry while still in awe for the owner. "Thank you for such an empowering message, ma'am," I said to the lady. And all we were doing was gathering together just to play catch up, laugh, and share a few aha moments. Once the owner walked away, I looked to my sister friend and spoke these words. "Thank you. You made my life full of cool conversations, laughter, and fun times. Our friendship is like art. It's priceless and unforgettable. Enjoying our favorite spot for cappuccino while we people watch reminds me it's gonna be okay. I thank God for my love and support of my friends. It was phenomenal sharing cappuccino for my sisters." And that is, again, I mentioned that is dedicated to my friends, my best friends, whom I love dearly, Tina and Kelly. I don't even think I have the words to even try to put our friendships into words. It's an understatement. But I will say that my friendships have went from friendships to sisterhood, and that's a blessing. All right, so the next chapter, and this is a chapter where I'm still working on, like God is still working within me with this particular one. Love is patient and kind. Now, I can be kind all day long, but the patience in me has been tested so much. Love you long time, Laura. The patience in me has been tested so much that sometimes I wonder just how much patience do I have. And sometimes I can look at a bottle and wonder, do I have enough patience to even fill up the bottle? So, love is patient. That is something I'm still working on, the patience part. But I guess we all are working on that in some way, some form or fashion. But I'm not going to sell myself short. I can be patient when I want to be. I love you too, soul sister. All right, so in Love is Patient and Kind, the most impatient thing for me sometimes is like bearing with the opposite sex on certain things to learn about and to accept and to deal with. So that's a whole nother book in all itself. But I'm going to read this piece, and it's entitled, this is where I currently am right now. Oh, and just to go back to the cappuccino for my sisters, I wrote that at the age of 38. So I'm back to the Love is Patient. The title of this one is Help Me. And so I'm going to read this one. It's entitled Help Me. We will probably meet for the first time with love at first sight only for the both of us to be excited, to be excited that we forgot to say hello. I could have met you already without realizing it was you, my soulmate, my helpmeet, my reason for a new tomorrow. But I probably didn't recognize you when you ran to open the door for me or greeted me, "Good morning, beautiful." You probably went the extra mile with a compliment to remind me how wonderful I was. You, my soulmate, created for me, just for me, could have been at the time we met, cramped with some unresolved issues where she did not treat you like a queen, like a king, but she kept telling everyone that you were her everything. Because she would not let go without a fight, you respected her wishes, trusted her word, and stayed only to be unsatisfied, distracted, and bypass me without an eye contact. I was probably late for work when you stopped at my favorite gas station for a cup of coffee. A beautiful smile from me would have perked your spirits past the caffeine, but neither of us knew the other would be that day. Knew where the other would be that day. You and I probably enjoy movies, except I love action thrillers, and you might enjoy science fiction. We both may be creative, except yours may be in building, designing, and mine being planning and implementing. Somehow I believe we met. Maybe not an official introduction or a real conversation, or maybe we joined our dates at the same restaurant or movie. I never thought I would still be single, successfully single, at 38. But your gut probably tugs at you, wondering why is it taking you so long to find and meet me. One night I dreamed about a handsome gentleman holding my hand, cherishing my love, waiting for me to marry him, but I didn't see his face. It was probably you, my helpmeet. The last time I wanted to be held, I deleted the message before sending it to a certain guy. My instincts demanded me to stop craving his lust. My soul wants me to remain positive and happy about someday meeting you. Friends remind me how awesome and special I am. Strangers, nice gentlemen, run to open doors in hopes of showing me they are my potential candidate. Sometimes I wonder if you made a stupid mistake in your past, which caused God to reposition our destiny, only for us to meet one another in the chapters we need to tell our stories, share our tears, and never let each other go. I'm looking to see you. If I see you and you looking to see me too, I'll be here or over there. You'll find me, my love. I'll know when I meet you. It'll feel right within. It won't take everything to prove to you I want, I trust, I love, and I respect you. Things will naturally flow. No force to fit. Your simple hellos and small gestures will melt the burdens away from me, sending me to a love unknown. We will make each other feel brand new. I will no longer feel like I have to surf dating sites and hang out in my favorite spots and hope for looking good for you while wearing my favorite dress and best perfume. The compliments you give won't sound like an ancient language spoken for the first time in ages. I will be woman enough and won't have to change a single thing about my amazing, beautiful self. I won't even need to wear makeup to please your eye because you'll love things no man was bold enough to love. Your vibe will flow in sync with mine. You'll be Barack and I'll be Michelle, while singing and dancing to Al Green. We won't need to argue about our past, just exchange stories about our experiences and help each other move into the future together as one in God. One love, one hope. In sync with the tunes, love beats in rhythm with our souls. My heart won't remember how to beat. Thump, 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 off beat, then thump, thump, but that's okay. Your heartbeat will train mine how to align in tune with yours. When we meet, we'll be strangers, only for a moment, just a few seconds. Life will have more meaning than we ever imagined. And awkward stares won't force us to feel guilty for being corny and only understanding each other. We will someday buy a home to live in together, but we will already officially have our own home, the home we place in each other's heart, the comfort we meet in each other's soul, the rest we discover in us, the love we share with each other in God will be ours. Our home to live, ours to enjoy. We won't need to clarify how we love each other. Our instincts will fill us in and lead us into love, unconditional love. I often wonder what you look like, and you probably wonder about me too. I'm 5'3", 240 pounds, chocolate complexion, outspoken, creative. I love God. I hate liars, and smell the coffee early in the morning. And the smell of coffee early in the morning settles my stomach, while ignorance and not using common sense plucks my nerves. I love my friends and family. I am an individual, an originator. I love me, and I hope someday I will love you. I will support you and have your back. Encourage you to be your best. I pray you'll support me and protect me. When we meet and recognize each other's heart and soul, it is then I will be yours. If you believe I am still missing, in love with God is where you'll find me. And then you will become my helpmeet. And I wrote that at the lovely age of 38. And so I have one more page I'm going to read, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not going to bore your patience any longer. So I just wanted to read this. This is actually on page 5. Well, page 5 in my copy. It says, enjoy my first series. And when I say that, I mean wholeheartedly. As you can hear, I have jazz playing in the background. Feel free to play some jazz while you're reading poetry. It is relaxing. And something else to do. Enjoy a glass of wine. It is much needed. Haha. Thank you. Enjoy it because it's much needed. Feel free to enjoy your wine or beverage with the sweet sounds of jazz music. Please write a review on my book. As I mentioned before, writing reviews are very important. I'm learning that with Amazon, when you have books, the more you click the link in order and do reviews, the easier it is for people to go and find it. So I appreciate you if you take a moment, take a minute out of your life, out of your day, or whatever the time may be. Take a minute and submit a review. You don't have to do like I do, write a whole book. You don't have to do that. Just put you like it and why you like it. That's it. And tap however many stars. 5 stars is the most you can tap. Be honest. If you feel like it's 5 stars, by all means, please do so. 4, please do so. Anything under that, please don't put it up there. No, I'm just playing. But the title of this book is Love is Inspiring, a Poetry Collection, Series 1. And just so you know, and just before I go, this is Series 1, meaning there's a part 2 to go along with it. So sometime in the near future, I'm not really sure when, sometime in the near future, I do have a Series 2 to go along there. But in the meantime, be sure to get your copy of my Love is Inspiring, a Poetry Collection, Series 1 by Shanton Taylor. Be sure to go to Amazon and get your copy. Also, if you would like to buy one from me, I'm on a first come, first serve basis, so you would have to buy, literally have the money in my hand before I even get the copy, because it's the number one. This is a COVID update. I'm trying to handle books as less as possible if it's necessary. But if you do, if you do want to remain contactless and you want to send me the money, you're more than Cash App it, Venmo, whatever you want, whatever you need to do to send me the money so that I can get you your copy. As I mentioned before, it's a first come, first serve basis. And before we go, in honor of a celebration, my book was 1 year old. What was it? Sunday? No, what's today? Is Sunday. What was it? Friday, Saturday, whatever day the first is. Don't get me to lie. My book was 1 month old. Yes, I'll put the link there for you. I sure can. Before I go, what I'm gonna do is toast to my latest project. And for those of you that know me, when I celebrate, I like to have my Moscato just a little bit, just enough to toast it in. So here's to a successful book, wonderful supporters, and many great things coming from Love is Inspiring. Cheers. All right. And I thank you very much for those of you that had time to tune in. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless. And I'm going to put that link in the comments. You all have a wonderful night.